So today I'm actually going to talk to you about making the second trailer and the process and the thought that went behind it. So this trailer was made towards the end of our actual process, so I knew exactly what we were doing in our final performance, so therefore I could highlight and focus more on the key themes of what we wanted to show the audience without giving too much away. But I used some snippets of actual footage from rehearsals and also some lovely recordings that we didn't manage to get into the piece. The poem that we've actually used in our performance I've put into the trailer because it's a lovely way of showing the real women that worked whilst the men were on the front line, and it's also a lovely motif to keep playing throughout. And each line of the poem is reflected with some World War I footage or even footage of ourselves during rehearsals, like the girl who clips the tickets on the train and the girl who drives a heavy van. I've had a van or a train going past, and it reveals how we're talking about real women and real stories. Because I didn't actually highlight on the fact that we were using letters in our performance in this trailer, that's why I actually wrote down the poem, because I thought then it would reflect back to the women writing or the loved ones writing from the front line. The tapping sounds that you can hear in the background are actually from a recording that we did of our rehearsal of a factory scene, and it reveals how the women were the driving force at home, making sure that everything still ran smoothly. I added in some really lovely clips from family members and from the care homes that I thought were really entertaining. All of these clips don't highlight the sadness of the war, but I wanted to reflect how much fun we had creating the piece and how we wanted to celebrate not only the centenary but also the hard work that each woman put in throughout the war. I added a snippet from our World War I drama that we put on Siren FM of letters that were being read out, and you could follow the story as we went along, and I wanted to link all the marketing processes together so that we could link our identity as a theatre company. I also wanted to keep the endings of the trailers similar to make sure that there was a theme running throughout. And not forgetting to mention the 4 Ps of marketing, especially now that we actually knew the pricing for the tickets. So the product, place, price and promoting. Now here's the trailer. I hope you enjoy it.
No, but I didn't talk about the war as such.
I'd slipped down into the bottom of the boat to make more room, but unfortunately it being dark I was not seen and several men walked over me. Not anyone's fault, but we were overcrowded. The boat was then lowered and we should have been struck away, but no hatchet was available, and to our dismay the plugs had been forgotten and we were taking water quickly.
The man worked in the foundry, making the shells for the bullets. They worked all hours, God send them.
Yeah.
As far as I know, she was filling shells with gunpowder.
Yeah, it was dangerous work, and it was poisonous. That's why a lot of them went yellow. But you have to understand one thing.
That I never liked mine.
No, before the,
I didn't actually.
Mum would stay inside. If she was pregnant, she'd stay.
Yeah, stay inside the
Wow.
She must have spent a lot of time inside if there was 13 of you.
Said there wasn't no television them days, was there?
What did she do?
Met family.
Dear Dora, I got a decent billet on Monk's Road for 2 nights and we came here on Sat morn. Much to my sorrow, has had quite looked forward to being told how sweet I looked, so instead I will send a photograph soon as I get some. Do you happen to know whether Barclay's Lincoln have been able to carry on since I came away? I have some real chestnuts to tell you that I heard myself at the recruiting office on the 20th, but have no time now. So with kind regards, and to Mr. and Mrs. H, Emmy and yourself, I remain your very sincere, struggling Gulstring Galahad W.A.H. Lowndes.
Couldn't take you to go and see it now then.
Oh, that'd
See
be
the
nice.
show. Hear your own voice.
That'd be lovely. As long as I don't have to go on the stage.
You can if you want.
Now,
I'll
don't-
win you're on. She'll love it, really.